So just a quick before we deep dive into the problem statement and start going through the design and all of these things, just a quick call out or more of suggestions for the candidates if you guys are kind of seeing these kind of questions. The major thing that the interviewer would want to know is more around, I mean, he or she is specifically using the moon just to kind of highlight there is a very remote site and all of those things. One distraction that could come in here is basically like how do you do the connectivity from the earth and all of those things, like how it is happening. So that's a distraction or like a diagram. If you kind of go onto that path, it's a rabbit hole and it will kind of eat up your time and will take you away from the question, that you will be stuck with the unnecessary questions, right? So one quick suggestion here would be like, though the word moon is mentioned, just imagine like it's some remote site that is there where the connectivity is there. Only thing is that the transfer of the data might be slightly costlier, so that could be taken into the consideration. Okay, cool. Let's get started on this particular thing. So yeah, the question is, design a system that upgrades thousands of machine on moon. So basically it's nothing but a question about building the upgrade system. How would I go about this? Is basically, let's just start with the requirements. So I would first say, let's say I mean, this is a upgrade on machines on the moon, thousands of machines on the moon, right? And this is basically like, I'm assuming like this upgrades are getting triggered from the earth, right? So basically what this means is there is interface like UI that's available on earth, and using which and selects the moon as site and right, and triggers the upgrade right? That's one functionality. The second functionality that I would say is user is able to see the progress of the upgrade, right? Able to can see the installed version on all the machines, right? This could be one thing. Upgrade has been triggered. The second thing would be seeing the progress of that upgrade, like how is it going and all of these things. Can see the installed version on all the machines, right? On the moon or like any site for that matter. But this is basically like site specific. I think there is no other requirement that I would think like is required. Triggered. Okay. NFRs, I'm kind of thinking, or less before I go to the NFRs, few of the assumptions. I think it's better to call it out, otherwise like you might again go into the part or like pieces of this problem which might not help you. This is a upgrade system only, and somehow the build tar or whatever or bundle is available, right? Available with the, let's say, unique available on earth, identified by commit hash. So we are not kind of building the entire CI/CD kind of thing. It's more around just the simple upgrade that we want to do. Okay, so on the NFRs, what I would kind of like, one of the major thing that I would like to call out here is this system should be highly available. Why I'm saying this is basically because when there is something wrong, the fixes, the hot fixes would be deployed service itself, right? This system. And in the hot fixes, you kind of want upgrades to happen much more quickly. And when things are going wrong, in that case, like the upgrade system should be available so that the upgrades could be done at any point, and that way like we can handle the fixes. Or the second scenario could be like where the rollbacks are required, we can trigger those rollbacks also. So this upgrade system needs to be highly available. That's one of our first requirement. The second one that I would say is, I think scalable kind of goes in, it goes without saying, because the system should be scalable. What that means is there could be multiple requests to upgrade. Yeah. So I mean this standard scalable requirements would be required, or more around like handling the fault tolerance and whatnot. The other thing that I will kind of highlight is, which is more important, is because the system is on the moon, so the system should have some capabilities of, what do you say, should have some capabilities of for healing itself, right? I mean, though I know like it's a distributed systems thing, but maybe like we'll kind of have build some capability so that it can heal the site on the moon, like whenever there is a disconnect or connectivity is not there from Earth, it can handle some of the failures or fault tolerance and whatnot. I wouldn't go further. So these are my NFRs that I'll have. We have already talked about like there are 100 estimations. I wouldn't kind of spend too much time here. NFRs are like, I think the major thing would be available. Strong, hot, scalable is fine. Should be having the healing itself, and also I think correctness would be another thing. Though, yeah, correctness is required, but yeah, otherwise like, I mean that's the core requirement. I wouldn't kind of put it in the NFRs. That anyway has to be there, like the correctness. Here, as we have kind of already talked about, like there are hundreds of thousands of machines. Let's say there is a 10 GB bundle for each commit, each hash, right? That needs to be transferred. Hundreds of thousands of machines are there. 10 GB bundle for each hash. Upgrade, I think maybe like 5 upgrades each day, or depends, like 10 upgrades each day kind of thing. I mean, we are not, I mean this we can scale up also. So this will be more around how I kind of put it is maybe like 100 GB data needs to be transferred. That becomes less, but there will be lot more config data and all of those things will come into it. But in terms of the request, is not way too high. Yeah, in terms of the estimations, I wouldn't spend too much time here because it doesn't give us much. I mean, the idea is already there, which is you have to transfer like a lot of data, but you can tell the interviewer, like probably as in when you are kind of going further, you can talk about this. Otherwise, I think there is no need of it. It gives you a rough bit of idea. Here, the, what do you say, the metadata would be much higher, but we can debug it. Here, let's say the core entities that I would like to put is, one would be my upgrade job. I think that's another one thing. Version I think is already there, but that's just the data. But then there will be like machine or cluster there, and then probably it could be site, could also be another entity. But here we are just talking about moon alone. But if you want to make it generalized, there could be these things. But again, core entities will kind of go and add more of it. Good. So these are, I think we have covered requirements, NFRs, estimations. I'll keep it on the lower side. Here we are transferring the bundles, then the core entities that are there. We can actually go about starting the, just kind of go here. Let me just start from here and then I'll shift it. Cool. So what I'm thinking here is, there is again, like I'll kind of put it, because depending on, let's just start with the simple tool. Load balancer is there, and then I'll kind of put that as, let's say, the DB. Yeah, the database here, like what I'm kind of doing here is upgrade service. Database is there. Okay. So, and then this is my site, like this is on Earth. So I'll have the system on earth, like where users, like whoever is triggering the admins and all those guys, they are interacting with the service on the earth. So earth has a couple of things, like there is a load balancer, upgrade service, or call it a UI. I think UI is there. It makes a call like upgrade job. Like this is my API. Right, so let's say this is more of your upgrade service, which is what, when you create upgrade job, it will add an entry here. Right, what this means is, and then the second thing would be like the same thing would be serving is machine state. So here on in this DB, what I'll be having is a upgrade job. Or do I even need this? Okay, for now it's fine. Right, site ID, current version, maybe like start time or creation time. Right, few that becomes my upgrade job. So this is what I'm storing here on the earth. This is more of a CRUD application. And the second thing on this sent DB, what I'll be having is the site information. So here let's say the type, name, or maybe like ID, type, current version, like the version, right? State, status or state. This is more around like for every site I am having it, though currently I just need it for the moon, but I'll have it information here also. Right, this is one. The other one would be the second information that I'll have is actually the machine information. For the lack of the better word, what this means is like on every site, what are all the machines that are there, I'll actually figure out their machine versions and all of those things. I'll have this entire data here on the earth also. So this is, let's say, the ID, site ID, maybe the version, and then the status. Though on the site I might not need it, but yeah, for the regular, like if there is upgrade job or anything, that site ID, version would be like hash. So this is what I'm keeping. This DB could be anything. Like this metadata information is not going to be a lot in terms of size, because even if like there are hundreds and thousands of machines that are there, site would be quite a few. I can actually do with the any DB actually. Here, like I have created these different in entities also, so I can do with the any SQL or no SQL kind of thing. Just for the simplicity, like for this problem statement, I'll just go ahead with the no SQL, or even the SQL would work. Here, like I would want to keep it lightweight. This is there. The second one basically would be the other entity that I'll have is the build, or like what do they bundle metadata. Let's say there is a S3 this side, where I am storing all the bundles that are there, like somehow all the versions that are there. So this is like all the store, can write it, stores all the build, like the software bundle or whatever we like to call it. For every hash that is there, right? This data would have all of this information. So this is on earth. Now what will happen is on the upgrade, like user could kind of come in. I'll kind of try to put it here, maybe like it will be easier if I kind of put it here. So there is a, call it a upgrade manager here. This is basically on the moon, right? This one is moon, like the above one is on the DB. Like here I put it in the S3 so that all of it is available and all the bundles. This I'm assuming, I'm not actually figuring out like how it would be done, but more around is coming from like from a build system. Build system is populating the images right here. Okay, So upgrade on the moon, what I want to have is like there is a service called Upgrade Manager, and that also has a similar DB. Let me just put it somewhere here for the simplicity. There is a DB that is there. Right. Again, this DB, the similar DB, it could be MySQL, like whatever we are having on on our Earth machine. A lighter version of it could be there. I would be fine like to put any SQL and stuff, but this will have more around the machine information, and this will just be having the machines that belongs to this particular site, right? So I'll have this one, maybe, right? Some of these would kind of come in here. Machine information is there, site information would be there, which will that table would just have one, but to just keep the schema, we can quickly have it. Okay, right? Machine information would be here. This will also have the upgrade job. Okay, now the same information would be there, ID, version, and all of these things. These entries are there. Here what I'll kind of do is on the upgrade manager, when upgrade job happens, upgrade service, upgrade manager on move with the, so here the upgrade job would be created, like what is the version and all of those things. Let's say the upgrade job version, maybe like the, here it will kind of pass the URL also, like from where it will not directly go to S3, but there will be some mechanism. What I'll do is kind of here we are storing the metadata here, upgrade job, machine information. Build metadata will not keep, because this transfer might take like this might be costly. So what we'll do is we'll create the upgrade service would, when this create upgrade job, or like when your user is clicking to create the upgrade job, there is one entry that has been made in the DB. There is S3 URL that is there. It will fetch the relevant information, right? Or like this bundle metadata information is already there. Upgrade job has been created for a site moon. This is the global DB, let's say call it. On the Earth, this is a global DB, but on the moon, it will be kind of yeah. So this will be on the moon. This is what it is. Upgrade manager. Now upgrade manager, what it is doing is like there are thousands of machines that are there. They could be somewhere like thousands of machines are there. So what happens here is here we kind of created the upgrade job for the simplicity. What is happening here is it created an upgrade job here. It has all the machine information already, like upgrade manager is kind of pooling or keeping all of this information in the DB. The second, what it does is there is a, when the upgrade job is created, it kind of puts it into the queue, right? Upgrade job queue. Okay, so this, what it does, it kind of puts it into the queue, like when the upgrade came in. Okay, the job is there. Let's say the status, and okay. After that, what will happen is there is a, let's say, worker. There will be like multiple instances. Though on the site we'll have just one version. Worker. It kind of reads it, and then what it will do is there could be a download or something of that sort. So it will simplicity, like, so here is a file store. Here we are not having the blob store or anything like S3 kind of thing on the moon. It will mostly be the machines, because S3 is not available on the moon. So what this worker is doing is, worker is actually taking up the upgrade job queue, and first thing that it is doing is kind of it takes the URL from the upgrade job, downloads the blob, like the bundle image from our, right, store it in the file store on the upgrade manager. Okay, upgrade manager has a file system also, like the file store attached to it. So this kind of blob is there, like whatever the version that came in here, we have kind of stored it here. So this is more around, let's say, the upgrade job queue. Okay, here what it does is it kind of maybe like make a, let's say the upgrade status updates are happening. For the simplicity, what it will do is it will kind of, let's say, just puts it back into another queue. Right, we will have to do the checkpointing and all of those things. Now is the machine upgrade. What that it will do is it will kind of this worker, what it has done is it has kind of read this. First thing that it did was it kind of downloaded the file, store it in the file store, right, fetch the machine information, check the versions would mostly, I mean, I'm kind of doing this more for the restart scenarios and all of those things. Check the versions and create and push the machine upgrade jobs into the new queue. Okay, so what this means is, like, basically I have kind of taken the file store, put it in the file store like this worker. They could be like multiple instances. I mean, this is a long running. It is also doing the checkpointing in the DB. Maybe like probably slightly here I'll put checkpointing in the DB worker. It's actually pushing to the machine upgrade jobs. Right, these are nothing but the, like, where I'm kind of putting for all the machines that are there, and then there are like tons of workers that are there. Right, so these are nothing but like lot of the build workers that are there. This we can identify also, like how many are there. It will not be like scalable. Like scalable we can make it, but not like indefinite amount of the workers. This could be more around machine upgrade jobs, like these workers are kind of reading from here, and that is kind of getting done. This worker might be running like multiple times. This is running more in a for loop. Let me write one more thing here. The call it a upgrade planning worker is smart and knows the fault tolerance of the site and creates the machine upgrade jobs, like creates or pushes the machine upgrade jobs accordingly. What this means is basically like let's say if the site has 3 nodes, we can't bring all the 3 down at the same moment, otherwise like the entire service might be down. So it will go one by one, but if there are more nodes and whatever the fault tolerance, it will figure that out. These are nothing but the upgrade workers, right? These are fetching the data from here. What they are doing is like this. These could be like simple. Let me just move it open here. I can move this arrow I could remove. Upgrade workers are kind of talking to these could be like upgrades, like running upgrade script and things like that. Right, they are SSHing, like probably like SSHing, and then SCPing the bundle from the file store, and then kind of running the upgrade script, whatever might be there, like whatever the script that has been defined, or deployment plan and all of those things. This will go one by one. It will kind of run the like this upgrade workers, like as soon as they are getting completed, upgrade jobs are there. This kind of upgrade manager would also have one more thing, or let me just say there is a health service which is kind of managing the health of these machines. This arrow I have to kind of make it a separate. This is going to the upgrade manager, and upgrade manager is writing to the DB again, like if there is anything that is going wrong, like or it could kind of trigger the another upgrade or rollback jobs and whatnot, right? There is a bookkeeping that is happening in the DB, right? Now coming back here, these upgrades would be happening, let's say, in a happy path. These machines are getting upgraded one by one. Here we had made a call here. There could be two ways how it could be done. One could be like where let's say the upgrade service is kind of fetching the status, like maybe like polling on the upgrade job status, right? And then it kind of pushes, or maybe like we can kind of make it other way around, where it could be both, basically like hybrid approach of these, right? On the moon, like this is how it will be getting, like these machines and all of those things will keep on updating them, whatever the status that is there, and status would change accordingly. Right, sync could also be happening, and there could be a lot of these things. Now come back to, let's see like if we have addressed a lot of these things or not. Requirements, I think, triggered from earth. This is what is happening. Let's say this is the basically the entire thing is moon. This is a moon site. This entire thing is moon, and this is earth, right? Okay, this is my earth side, and here like lot of the things are here only, like UI and stuff is here. On the upgrade manager there is this. There could be like few what do you say, the pings and all of those we could have, but we'll have to have those jobs, like the similar kind of health service can be here on earth also, but we'll kind of rely on this particular thing, which is polling on the upgrade jobs status, or uh, upgrade manager is pushing the information, right? Could be both ways. Like ideally this is happening where upgrade manager is making a call to the upgrade service as in when things are changing. But if somehow the earth side hasn't heard for like some time, in that case it could just come in from this particular thing, like it can just call. So let's just quickly go over the requirements. So upgrades are getting triggered from that's happening. User selects a build version. That's what is happening here. User selects a build version here. Here, right. Though one more thing, like if there could be, if in future, like if there are other sites, let's say maybe a site for Mars or something, or some other site. So then here, like instead of directly calling from here, there could be a simple. I would like to put it more like a queue. Similar stuff. That's what I'll do. I'll make it a queue. Upgrade job queue. Similar thing, and then there will be a worker right, call it a upgrade planner, right, planner, something like that, workers, right. So what this could do is, let me just simplify it a little bit more. So this is my upgrade workers, right, and these kind of workers are making sure to kind of do this call so that it's slightly more async. It kind of does retry also. There are multiple versions of it. This wouldn't be here, so it will be via kind of this thing. I hope this becomes slightly more extensible. Call the upgrade. Okay. Now, yeah, what is this? Okay, this makes the call. Similarly, here also it could be slightly more intelligent. But yeah, this gives you an idea. S3 similar thing would happen here also. S3 is holding on the earth, but here we are just keeping it in the file store. The other thing that could happen is like another optimization that could be done here is this basically from the file store. Like if there are multiple groups, the bundle could be copied to the machines or the group of or to the file stores available near the machines, right. There could be multiple file stores and all of those things. So this kind of reduces the time for copying. When this worker happened, at that time itself we did the copy, and then when the machine upgrade jobs are there, they are just kind of, the local build is already available, it is making the call. These things are happening. We are checkpointing heavily in the DB. So my, like for simplicity, let's just take MySQL, or if there are like billions of machines that are going to be there, maybe like on the local we could have a NoSQL, but I'll keep it same like on the orchestration service also, like on Earth and also on the sites. So maybe let's just go ahead with the NoSQL. No strong preference here. Either one could work here. Coming to the system is highly available. Yes. So like all of these services are horizontally scalable. I mean, there are multiple versions of it. There is a fault tolerance. DB is there. Here, like if you check, the place where we have most control is on the DB. So like there will be even things go down, it can always fetch or like listen to the talk to the earth and get the data and all of those things, right. Upgrade job, here like if you look at these service, these are like the upgrade jobs, because here it will be more of a plant kind of a capacity. So workers and stuff, we'll build the redundancy, then, and we are kind of putting the queues to handle more of the keeping the traffic or like the request to be in check. Okay, cool. I think this gives the system should be scalable. I think that system should have some capabilities of healing itself. Yeah, so that's where I have kind of put the health service, which is listening to these things if something is not working, like if the ping didn't work, or some of the services, like whatever the checks that are there for the availability. In that case, it could health service could actually trigger, tell the upgrade manager here, maybe like this monitors the machines, report if upgrade has failed or something, report to upgrade manager for maybe like, what do you say, with the status. Upgrade manager could take a call to revert or rollback. And here we are kind of going like in a rolling upgrade, like one by one, because here the green blue or yeah, green blue kind of deployments might not be possible, because then we'll have to have like two sides, double the resources and all of those things. So we'll go in the rolling upgrade, and whenever the things are, if it is not performing well, and as we are doing like a lot of this bookkeeping upgrade, job machine information, probably the job specific and all of those things we can keep here. And this health service is monitoring these services. This upgrade manager can take a call if it has to roll back, if in between and all of those things. It will try on one machine. If something has gone wrong, it will roll back and update the status on the earth, right? System, yeah, I think because we have chosen like DB is more of a NoSQL DB, that's what we have chosen. It will scale up. The metadata is not very used. Queues are there, and then on here, like we have the file store. The other requirement that I've taken care of is cost effective also, because we are transferring the one copy, and rest everything else is like very minimal data, mostly the metadata, and all the machines here we are utilizing the file store and all of this. Hope this gives you an idea. Yeah, and there are like multiple places where you can show your knowledge, depending if you can showcase your seniority, to focus more on this upgrade service, mostly on the queues and how you are thinking about the extensibility and stuff. And this one piece would be critical, like how upgrade service to the upgrade manager, how do you make that more of a retriable and all of those things, because things could go wrong anytime. So retriability would be one crucial thing, and also the checkpointing, so that making sure things are consistent, like they'll be eventually consistent, but yeah, they are consistent after that.